So we can put down a bed, we can stand on the bed because of jankiness, and it also tells me that Silent Whisper is now sleeping, which is ever so convenient. You can see that it cleared the weather, it's no longer raining, and it is fast forwarding time, which is super cool. Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another tutorial. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Don't you just hate it when you gotta pester all your realm members or server members to sleep, or maybe they just can't sleep and you just gotta sleep because it's raining out and rain is disgusting? Well, I know I do, and it's a pretty big pain. So that's why I'm going to be showing you guys 3 of very simple command block structures that allow for one player sleeping in single player, multiplayer, and realms on a Bedrock edition. So you can see them here. They're all extremely simple and extremely small, ranging from single player to 2-player worlds all the way up to the fully fledged max overkill servers or realms. And yeah, before we get to all the demonstrations and whatnot, huge thank you to MadEnder916 for essentially teaching me how to do these commands. Sorry for all the questions, MadEnder. I know I'm full of them. And yeah, thank you for just showing me how to build all this stuff in general. So MadEnder's YouTube link is going to be in the video description. Definitely go check him out and show him some love and support because he has some really good stuff for Bedrock Edition and he totally deserves more support. Alright, so a couple things before we get into all the demonstrations. First of all of the commands that I show in this video will be in the description so that you can copy paste them. Just because of how janky commands are on Bedrock, you can actually just stand on the bed and that will activate the circuits, or you can sleep in the bed. That's just kind of a limitation of Bedrock at the moment, which is rather unfortunate. Alright, so let's take a look at this first structure. This is only for a single player world. Do not build this on a multiplayer world. There is the command repeating, unconditional, does not need redstone. I just have a lever there for demonstration. As you can see, this one will skip time no matter what time of day it is, whether you can sleep or not, which isn't really that great, and that's why you should not build it on a multiplayer world. And then this one right here is more advanced. Definitely want to build this one at the very least for a multiplayer server, as this one only activates at night, so we can skip it to day real quick by pressing that button, and you'll see that we cannot skip time by jumping on it, stomping on it, falling on it, or trying to sleep in it. It will not skip time whatsoever. And then if we switch it back to nighttime, then as soon as we can possibly sleep, this module will activate, and we will be able to skip time all by ourselves. Now, I know there's not another player in this world for me to show off this, but I did test it with another player, and that's the player who built that. Epic. Very nice little house. I like it. So this also tells you who is sleeping in the upper left in case there is any shenanigans going on, which is definitely a good thing, and that's just by using this command right here. So on to the best command block structure of this video. This is the fully functional one that will only activate at nighttime, tells you exactly when you can start sleeping, who is sleeping, and also clears the weather in case it is raining or thundering like how normal sleeping does. So by far, this is definitely the best one to build. So we're going to switch it to be a sunset real quick, just like that, and then we're also going to switch it to be a thunderstorm because that is the best kind of rain. So you can see it says in the upper left, server, you can now sleep, which is just how we have this command block set up. It's also thundering, so we can put down a bed, we can stand on the bed because of jankiness, and it also tells me that Silent Whisper is now sleeping, which is ever so convenient. You can see that it cleared the weather, it's no longer raining, and it is fast forwarding time, which is super cool. So what you can actually do with this is determine how fast you want it to fast forward time. So normally I would set it to 25, that's a little bit slow though. So you can set it to 50, and as you can see, it's much faster, actually double the speed. And there you go, very fine. So that is the basically cream of the crop right there. So as you can see, these command block structures are actually pretty half decent. I am pretty happy about them. They're still a little bit janky, but hey, you know, it's Bedrock. What are you really going to do about it? So 2 things I forgot to mention with this is that 1, all of these structures, no matter which one you need to build, need to be inside of a ticking area, and that's what's inside of these iron pillars right here. And that is so that wherever you are in this world or in your world, you will still be able to use this command. And the second thing is security. These use daylight sensors, which obviously need daylight to function. And that means that you can cover them over slabs or glass or bedrock even. And yeah, you can do that, but I wouldn't really suggest hiding this at ground level because someone's bound to stumble across it. Instead, what I would do is put this up at world border, and basically just cover the entire thing with Bedrock. I double tapped the spacebar. Should have flown up. So as you geez, falling down again. I'm gonna blame that on being a noob. So as you can see, this is a world border right here, and you can't go up any higher. So just completely surround this entire thing with Bedrock if you like, and that'll make sure that no one can touch it, no one can break the circuitry or anything like that, and that'll just protect your commands. So if you are actually on a realm, the render distance is going to be so minuscule that you won't actually be able to see that. Right now I have render distance of 60, so you can see up there just fine. However, if I turn this down to render distance of 8, which I think is still higher than a realm, realms seem like they have render distance of 1, but yeah, you can see with render distance 8, I cannot see up there whatsoever. There's nothing but bright blue skies. Okay, so now it's finally time for the tutorial. We're going to be doing the tutorial on this main circuit right here. Both of these other circuits are the same commands, just with less bells and whistles, so you can set those ones up pretty easily. Again, all the commands will be in the description of this video for your convenience for copying and pasting, which is what I will be doing because writing commands is a pain in the butt. Alrighty, so place down a daylight sensor. You want this to be on night mode. Comparator coming out of that comparator into the left or the right side if you need the space. And a daylight sensor on light mode right there. You then want a command block right here on repeat, unconditional needs redstone. Now, this is the one that's actually going to be fast forwarding time, so I'll put in this command right here. It's going to detect any player anywhere in the world and detect a bed that is being slept in, and this is then going to add time to the day. All right, you want a comparator out the back side of this one going into an impulse block. This is going to be impulse, unconditional needs redstone, and then this is the one that's going to be saying who is actually sleeping in chat, and there's that one. And then at the back of this one's optional, but it's going to be chain, conditional, needs redstone, and this is just the one that will be clearing the weather. I would suggest adding this because it does simulate proper sleep, so, you know, take it or leave it, it's up to you. And then out the side here, this one is going to be the one that tells you when you can actually start sleeping, which I think is a nice little bonus. So it's just going to be say you can now sleep, or you can make it say whatever you want. And then we're also going to add server right here, and that is going to make it say server you can now sleep. So if we can grab ourselves a button and just press that, you'll see it say it in chat. And I think that's a nice little bonus, definitely worth having. But again, it's purely optional, and that is completely it. So how exactly do you set up the other structures? They're extremely similar, just using the same commands that the main structure used over there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This one is always active and unconditional, and this is the one that you totally shouldn't build, but that's pretty much it for one player sleeping on Bedrock Edition. Probably drew it out a little bit longer than I need to, but I wanted to show multiple different systems that you might be interested in building. Definitely let me know down in the comments what other command block structures I should try my hand at and ask other people for help on. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching the video. Leave a like if you did enjoy or got some use out of this system. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here and haven't already. And I will see you down in the comments and in the next video. Thank you for watching. And then there was silence.